I speak as an ex-air marshal. My years were spent planning for conflict, studying rivals, and the brutal logic of deterrence. I have seen how new technologies shift the balance of power overnight. Today, my focus is not on the skies above the clouds, but the silent, cold expanse beyond them. I offer a clear and urgent warning. The global community must pay close attention to Pakistan. By necessity and strategy, it could lead a rapid, disruptive wave of space militarization. This is a sober assessment based on doctrine and regional pressures. Space is no longer for peaceful exploration alone. It governs communications, finance, navigation, and offers the ultimate high ground. The driver of any military posture is the security environment. For Pakistan, pressure is intense and unrelenting, defined by rivalry with India. India's economy, defense budget, and space ambitions are growing. Satellites for reconnaissance and secure networks. Testing ASAT capabilities. To Pakistani planners, these are strategic, not purely scientific, capabilities. A senior officer told me, "We cannot afford to be surprised. Information dominance could track forces, target infrastructure, and disrupt command. Conventional forces, however skilled, would be disadvantaged." The logical response? Countervailing space capability. Urgency accelerates decisions. Viewed through a lens of survival, Pakistan moves fast when cornered. Pakistan offsets larger forces with asymmetric ingenuity by necessity. Its nuclear program exemplifies targeted investment for deterrence. Space now offers a fresh arena to leapfrog disadvantages. Leadership need not mean bigger rockets, just the first disruptive capability. Focus on small, inexpensive, quickly deployable satellites. Resilient constellations can replace losses and surge surveillance. Distributed systems are harder to neutralize than monolithic assets. When you cannot match infrastructure, deny its use. Non-destructive jamming, spoofing, and temporary sensor blinding are accessible. Strategy over scale, sufficient capability, fast deployment, mission-focused. Pakistan's potential is grounded in real capability. Suparco has decades of experience, communications and remote sensing satellites. Human capital versed in design, orbital mechanics and ground control shortens learning curves. Barriers to orbit have fallen. Commercial tech and ride-shares democratize access. Critical buses and sensors can be procured openly or via allies. China's cooperation offers shortcuts to capability, launch services, and expertise. A robust industrial base and sensitive project discipline can pivot to space. Project management, scientific talent, and logistics enable rapid adoption. Prioritize responsive launch and ground-based dazzlers. Mobilize with focus. Agility plus access to tech forms a practical basis for decisive moves. No decision is made in a vacuum. It is a dynamic game. Pakistan's actions are shaped by India, China, and the United States. India's achievements signal major space power ambition. Each launch widens a perceived gap, creating a security dilemma. Dual-use capabilities complicate intent and threat perceptions. An ASAT test crosses a threshold. Space assets can be held at risk. Once your enemy can shoot down your eyes, you either go blind or learn to shoot back. China can enable Pakistan, but rivalry with India and the US raises stakes. Partnership brings capability and risk of escalation. Fear of lagging behind compels planning for worst-case dominance from space. The strategic logic is compelling, but the risks are immense and global. Debris persists, collisions cascade at hypervelocity. A single test or conflict could endanger all satellites for decades. Cascades could render vital orbits unusable. Navigation, finance, weather, communications, catastrophically disrupted. A regional space war would have indiscriminate, global consequences. Opacity breeds miscalculation. Malfunctions read as hostile acts. Between nuclear-armed rivals, a mistake could ignite full-scale war. Arms races drain resources, heighten fear, and rarely yield security. I end with caution, not prediction. Pakistan has motive, means, and a strategic culture favoring rapid, asymmetric moves in space. Regional pressure, accessible tech, and doctrine create a potent formula. To ignore this is willful blindness. The world must not be surprised. First, vigilance and transparency, verifiable monitoring to reduce ambiguity. Second, diplomacy, modern norms banning destructive ASATs and clarifying rules of the road. Inclusion, not isolation, encourages restraint. Some advantages cost too much. We stand at a precipice, cooperation or ruin.